Hey, Pop Tom.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, Trevor.
hey, just tell us your full name.
My name is Thomas Macchia, no middle initial.
Okay. And do you know anything about the Macchia name?
My grandparents come from Italy. My dad was born in Italy, but my mother was born in New York. So I was born in New York too.
hmm Is your mom like just from? Was she always from New York, or did she
Yeah.
come over from Italy too?
No, she was born in New York.
How did your dad and grandparents get here from Italy?
I'm both, I guess.
I mean, well, yeah, but like, did they just like decide to pick up and go, or was there a
I have
reason?
no idea about that
I mean, they just came over
because I
because they
wasn't
want.
born at the time, so I don't know.
When were you born?
In January 15th, 1919. So I was 94 a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday. Where exactly in New York were you born? Like,
It's a place called Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. It's a borough. Brooklyn is a borough of New York, and Sheepshead Bay is right off the Atlantic Ocean.
so, did you always grow up in that area, or did you move after you were born to somewhere else?
I stayed there until I was 16, I think.
16. You stayed in that like exact house.
Yeah, we had a cottage there. Yeah,
What was your cottage like?
it was. We had a screened-in porch. I remember that, and I remember a living room and had two bedrooms, a kitchen, a bathroom, and there was a room in the back that they stored things in.
What was your life like when you grew up? Was it like hard or
No, it was very easy.
easy?
Yeah, as a child, right at the waterfront, we did a lot of fishing, a lot of swimming
Yeah.
in the summertime. In the wintertime, we did ice skating, played football, most of the sports that kids do. But around the ocean there and around the Sheepshead Bay, we did a lot of fishing.
Did you like have a job when you were little? Like,
The first job I had was with my uncle. He had a fishing boat out on Long Island. He took out fishing parties, and my first job was with him. I was 15 years old at the time. We'd go out deep sea fishing for tuna fish, bluefish, and then a couple of weeks we were out on Montauk Point where we did some sword fishing. We'd take out parties, and my job was the mate to look after baiting the hooks and taking the fish off the lines and things like that,
yeah.
and driving the boat when the captain needed a rest.
Did you go to school like
Yeah,
most of the time?
I graduated from PS 98, and then I guess I was 13 or 14, went to Alexander Hamilton. And the second job I had was at take, working for Western Union, delivering telegrams. So I had to went to school during the day and worked at night, and then that kind of roughed me. So I changed around. I went to a night school and worked at Western Union during the day, delivering telegrams, and that was very exciting because it was at 1440 Broadway. I got to go to all the movies and see a lot of the stars when I was young, and I enjoyed that as a kid.
How did you deliver these telegrams? Like by bicycle?
Yeah, I had a bicycle when I was a child, but later on we did most of the walking, I guess.
Were they just in New York, or did you have to walk like crazy places to deliver some stuff?
Yeah, when I was working delivering telegrams, I had to walk all the time. Yeah.
What age did you get out of school?
I was 18, I guess.
18.
I graduated from night school at 18.
Did you grow up with any brothers or sisters?
I had an older brother. He was 13, and he died from appendicitis. That was a very serious operation back in those days, and I was 10 at the time. But that's the only kin I had.
What is your favorite memory of being in school?
Let's see. You were at night at day school. I don't remember too much about day school. And night school, it was just hard work since I had to work during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have too many. We didn't have plays and things like that or basketball game. It was just all schoolwork. There's no activities in our school.
You just went to school and
It was an all boys school. Yeah. We
um,
didn't have no girl activities.
did you just not want it? Did you go to college?
No.
Did you just not want to, or?
No. After when I was 18, I got a job in at a furniture store. It was Michael's Brothers. They did a lot of. They sold furniture, and I worked there for 2 years until 3 years until I was 21.
Did you do any, like, your favorite activities when you were a kid, or, like, what were your favorite activities, stuff to do?
Like a youngster, or when I was 19 or something like that.
Yeah, just, like, through that period of time, like, from when you were really young to...
Well, like I said before, when I lived in Sheepshead Bay, we did a lot of fishing in the summertime, played football, ice skating in the wintertime. And then when I got to work, my biggest activity was dancing. We used to do a lot of jitterbugging back in those days.
Yeah. Did you play for any, like, sports team, like organized sports team, or did you just go out?
I tried out for the football team in high school, and the coach said I was too small. And he was our Spanish teacher, so I failed Spanish that year.
Did you fail it on purpose?
On purpose, I think, because I didn't like to teach.
If you had one, like, memory that you'll always remember from when you were a kid, what would it be?
The best memory I had at work was with my uncle on his fishing boat. I really enjoyed that. And I made $2 a day, and that was big money back in those days.
Yeah. Did you,
This is talking about 1934 now, don't forget. When $2 was a lot of money. Gas was $10, 10 cents a gallon.
Yeah. Did you go to any sporting events?
Oh, yeah. When I worked with my uncle, his wife was an advertiser, and she could get us tickets to Yankee Stadium. I saw Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio. That was a big thrill.
Yeah. Did you ever meet any of those famous players, or just saw them?
No, I just saw them. Never met any of them personally. No.
What made you move here to this area?
And war broke out, so I joined the Army, and they sent me they said if you could volunteer, you could pick out your wherever you want to go. So I picked out the Signal Corps, so I had a little experience with radios. So they sent me to Fort Monmouth, where I learned signal repair work on radios and stuff like that. And then in November of 1941, they sent us here to North Carolina on maneuvers. And that's when I met my wife.
Yeah. And tell us more about your wife. Like,
that's a funny story. Back in those days, they would invite the soldiers. This is before Pearl Harbor. The day before Pearl Harbor, we went to Charlotte. I had a friend that lived in Charlotte, and so we went there. I was stationed at Hamlet. Went to Charlotte to see this friend of mine, and they had the Shrine parade, because the next day they would have the Shrine football game. And so we were all lined up along there, and the parade was going on, and my wife was standing alongside me, and we got to talking, and she said, "What's your name?" I told her what my name was. I asked her what her name was. She said, Helen Starr. And I looked up, we were in the marquee of a movie theater, and they were playing Bell Star. I said, "Stop pulling my leg." She said, "No, that's my daddy. He was right there." So she invited me the next day, the next weekend, to spend the weekend with her. But war broke out the next day. So I didn't didn't get to see her. But I had her address. And I wrote a letter.
It's okay, Pop. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay, we don't have to talk about it anymore.
I thanked her for inviting us. Then she wrote back to me. Then I went overseas, and we kept writing back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And then I was stationed in Trinidad. That's off the coast of South America. And then when I came back from overseas, they sent me to Butner, North Carolina. And we got together again. And I said, that's the gal I'm going to marry.
That's awesome. Did you speak Italian when you were like with
No.
your dad and stuff?
No, I couldn't speak Italian, but I could speak a little bit of Spanish.
A little bit of Spanish? Can you still speak Spanish?
Hablo español.
See?
I took a course in the college here. I had taken a course in high school, and then when I came down here, after I retired, I took a course in the college, speaking Spanish, playing tennis, learned how to play tennis,
Learn how to play tennis.
learned how to play golf in college, and then I took it up as a hobby until I got too old to play.
Did your grandparents, did they stay around when you were a kid? Or did they,
Yeah.
were they big, like, were they a big factor when you were
one,
growing up?
one of my grandparents worked on the railroad, and then that was my father's dad. My mother's dad was a cobbler. He repaired shoes, and my grandmother was a real estate agent, and she started making a lot more money than my grandpa was making. So he quit. He said, "I'm going to farm. I ain't going to do nothing else." He had a little farm out on Long Island, and he just farmed.
Have you lived anywhere else besides New York and here?
No.
Alright.
No.
Did you move to, like, when did you move to, like, Caldwell County, like the Hudson?
When?
Yeah.
Gosh, it was 1946.
After the war?
Yeah. No, the war was going on there. No, this was 45. Yeah, no, it was right at the end of the war, yeah. Helen came up to New York and worked up there a year, and then Tommy was born. And she came down on a visit, and I stayed up there. And I missed them so much, so I came down and never went back.
That's nice. Have there been any, like, family stories passed down from generation to generation?
Not really.
Not really. Just
Except the Army stories. All my grandchildren. You talking about my stories?
Yeah.
In Trinidad, we were there to protect the Panama Canal. I was in the Army 4 years and never fired a gun. But you ask any of my grandchildren, and they'll tell you I won the war by myself. Gosh, I didn't realize that.
When you were living in Caldwell County, did you marry Helen in Caldwell County or back up there in New York?
I never did go back.
Oh, okay. So you just moved. Here.
In 46, I've been here since 1946. Yeah.
That's nice. What was your house like back then? Was it
Down here?
Yeah.
Well, when I first came down here, I lived with my in-laws, and I didn't know whether I was going to stay here or not. So Mr. Starr said, "We'll build some rooms down in the basement till you can make up your mind." I said, "Okay." So he built some rooms in the basement. We stayed there almost 55 years. And then when they passed away, we got the home place.
What was the life like in Cole County when you moved here?
That was good. I did a lot of fishing. Played, like I said, I played golf. I played a lot of tennis. Did a lot of fishing. Let's see, what else did I do? I worked in the factory as an upholsterer. Then I went into I had a window cleaning business that I did for 17 years. And then I went into the insurance business with Pilot Life. Stayed another 15 years at that. Then I went into the real estate business where I retired when I was 65. And I've been loafing ever since. And now in my old age, I play a lot of bridge. I play bridge on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays at the senior center.
Do you have like a particular person you like to play bridge with?
Oh yeah. We have a group that we play with. Boy, bring back a lot of old memories.
I'm sorry. What are some of the jobs that, like, all the jobs that you've worked in, like, in your life, even in New York? Like, what are all the jobs that you've worked?
What about?
Like, you worked in a fishing on a fishing boat with your uncle back in New York. What else did you work up there in New York?
I worked in the furniture store.
Furniture.
There I did upholstery. We worked on upholstery and repairing furniture. Worked on radios and stuff. That's where I got my experience. That's why I could get into the Signal Corps in the Army. There's pictures of my wife when I was in the Army.
Yeah. Look pretty snazzy. Here, and did you ever meet my grandpa Ken Huss?
Ken, oh yeah, we were good friends.
Or my great grandpa Ken, but did he do most of the stuff with you? Did he like fish with you and stuff?
Yeah, we did some fishing together.
When you went fishing, who all did you go fishing with? Like, did your wife go with you fishing?
No, she never went fishing. Not down here anyway. I took her fishing up yonder in New York while we were up in New York. And the first time we went out, she got a fish hook in her hand. She said never would go back anymore.
And she didn't?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Gosh.
Oh, sorry.
Boy, I think...
What, old memories, right? Or let's back up to New York. When you watched Babe Ruth play, did you know that he was going to be like the best player yet when Babe Ruth played?
Oh, we knew he was good.
Do you know he was going to be the best?
The Yankees did.
Yeah. Are the Yankees still your favorite team?
No.
Who's your favorite team?
Brooklyn Dodgers. Until they moved out to Los Angeles.
When you came to Cole County, was everything like booming, like the industry business? Was it booming here? Because now everything's like all the factory business, was it big back then? Like it is? Like it's not big now, but was it big then?
I don't understand the question.
Was the city growing when you came here, or was it dying?
There was dirt. We lived in Whitland. It was all dirt roads. Yeah, and I can see there was when we first came here in 1946. There was 3 restaurants in Cole County. Now how many restaurants are there?
Yeah, there's a lot now.
Yeah.
What were those restaurants like? You know the names of the restaurants?
There was one on Main Street. Gosh, I don't know the name of it. There was one in the Caroline Hotel. I can't remember which one. And there was another one. I forget where it was. Going out towards on the Wilkesboro Road.
I'm guessing you had one kid, right?
Hmm?
You only had one kid?
Oh, I had 2.
You had 2 kids?
3, actually 3.
3.
I had Tommy and I had a little girl that died.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are they now? Like, how old are they now?
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy's what? 68. And Bob, he's 58. There's 10 years difference.
Bobby. Is Bobby still alive?
Yeah. He lives on the prison camp road.
Okay. I've never met Bobby before.
He has one son, Brandon. He's up in Alaska, the North Pole, Alaska. A little town up there. He's in the Army.
Yeah. Did you ever go fishing with them? What's your favorite memory with your kids?
Oh, with my children I did. But I never went fishing with Brandon, though.
What's your favorite memory of doing something with your kids?
Gosh, there's so many of them. Gosh, going out, used to go up to the mountains a whole lot, going on picnics. We had a lot of friends back in those days. And fishing, but I guess going on picnics is the best thing with the whole family.
Yeah.
And with the kids that come over.
Yeah. Did you go to church? Did you go to church
Yeah.
back then? What church did you go to?
The first church we went to was Whitnall Methodist. And there my wife played the organ. And my son directed the choir. That's Tom. He directed the choir. And then we went to Meadowbrook Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And we were there a couple of years, and then we went to First Hudson.
First Baptist in Hudson. Yeah.
And that's where I go now.
Mm-hmm. Have you just... That's recent because I was there when you guys started.
Yeah, we were going together there.
Did you go to church up in New York? Did you go to church in New York?
No. After my brother died, it was very touchy. We both made our community together, but it was the priest came to my mother's house and said that she was going to hell because she practiced birth control. So we never went back to church after that.
Oh.
We were Catholics then at that time. But when I married Helen, it all changed. Gosh, I didn't think you were going to be so touchy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, if you could have one thing for people to remember you by, what would it be?
Gosh, what did I do? Well, I taught Little League. I was a coach for Little League. What else did I do? I was a member of the Kiwanis Club. But I never did too many things to be remembered by. I'm just an old fogey. Like to play sports. Like to play bridge and cards and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you just go out to you can still drive, yeah?
Oh yeah, still drive.
Yeah, still driving at 94. That's good. You're still driving at 94. That's good.